Beside me, ask me, that's true love. I could never need another side piece. Me and my gang all alone. Dark place I roam. Ain't no right way, just the wrong way. I know.
Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on my YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you how to create this insane spin build-up that you just saw in the beginning of the video. And unfortunately we need After Effects for it, but after you created the effect on After Effects, you can just render it and import it to your own editing software. So first of all, you just need to drag your clip into the timeline. And I, for example, want that this character right here starts spinning around here. But first of all, we obviously want to add some velocity. So we'll just go to the point where the character pulls out his weapon. So around here. And then I have this adjustment layer, and you can download the project file in the description. And by adding it, you will immediately get this pretty decent velocity. Alright, after that you want to select both of these, right click and press on pre-compose, move all attributes into new composition. Alright, next you want to go to the point where you want your spin build-up to start. In my case, this is right here. So I will just press Ctrl-Shift-D and then go to the point where I want my build-up to end. So maybe around here, press Ctrl-Shift-D again. And now you want to click on this middle layer and press G. And now roughly outline the character. And now you can press on M and keyframe the mask path. And to make it easier, press on the middle part and press Ctrl-D and delete the mask from the lower track. And now you just want to keep going one keyframe forward and adjust the mask so that the character is in the mask. Alright, and when you're finished with that, go to mask again and change the blending mode to subtract. And also increase the mask feather to 15 or something. And then you can solo this layer by pressing this thing right here. And then you can press on content aware full on the right. And then go to the first frame of the build-up and press B. And go to the last frame of the build-up and press N. Now you can just press on generate fill layer. Now you need to make sure that you unsolo both layers so that you can see everything. And now we need to duplicate the middle layer by pressing Ctrl-D and drag this above the fill layer right here. So now we can see the character once again. And now you can double click onto the composition and press on the rotor brush tool right here. And yeah, then you can start rotor brushing the character. Alright, and when you're done rotor brushing your character, you can switch to another mode right here to check whether you included some points that aren't supposed to be in it. But yeah, for me this is just a tutorial, so I will just stick with this rough rotor brush. And now you can go back to your main composition. And you can go to your effects and presets and search for basic 3D. And drag this onto the layer with the rotor brush and go to the beginning or to the point where you want the character to start spinning and keyframe the tilt, and then go to the middle of the layer or a few frames forward, so maybe right here, and turn this to something like -120 or something like this, and then go to the end and turn this back to 0. Alright, and now we obviously want to do something with the keyframes. So select all keyframes and press F9 and then go to your graph editor. And now this really comes down to personal preference, and I'm not an expert with the speed graph, but I'll just drag this to the right a bit and drag this to the right as well. And after that I will drag this to the right as well and drag this to the right just a little bit. And of course you can choose your own values, but I just think this is pretty decent. Alright, and to create the second effect that you saw in the beginning of this video, just delete the basic 3D effect from the upper layer with the roto brush, and then click on toggle switches and modes if you haven't already, and then this should pop up, and then click on this 3D layer thing right here for the roto brush layer, and then this thing will pop up. Go to the first frame of the build up and go to transform and keyframe the anchor point and the position, and after that go to this tool right here, the pan behind tool, and drag this geometry thing to the middle of your character, and then keep going 1 or 2 keyframes forward and keep adjusting the position of this thing so that it's in the middle of the character. Alright, and once you've done this, go to the first frame again and keyframe the Y rotation in the beginning, and then go to the last frame and set this to 360. And yeah, then select both keyframes, right click on them, keyframe velocity, and set the velocity of the incoming velocity to 90, and set the influence of the outgoing velocity to 1. And now you have this build-up. And now we're already done with this pretty unique effect. And if you edit on After Effects, then you should be fine. But in my case, I edit on Premiere Pro, so I want to export it. So you can go to the beginning and press B, and go to the end of the effect and press N. Then you can go up to File, Export, Add to Render Queue, save the place where you want your build-up to be saved, and then you can simply press on Render. And after that you can just drag it into your main editing software. So yeah, now this is basically it. I hope I could help you with this tutorial. If I could, then please consider to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also don't forget to like the video and maybe even leave a comment. With that being said, I wish you all a great day. See you on the next one.